Yes, good morning students. Now let's start our next chapter, that is the name of the chapter is polynomial. Polynomial is any expression you had already learned in 10th class, in ninth class. Now, firstly the topic is from the graphical representation, how will you calculate the number of zeros? Number of zeros means to find the value of x, how many values of x can you calculate by seeing the graph. Now, how many zeros are possible here? Number 1, 1 0, 2 0, 3 0. On x-axis, the graph will cut. The cutting point is, that is the intersecting point is called the zero of the polynomial. Here, the graph will also cut on y-axis, but this is not called the zero of the polynomial. Zero means the graph intersect only with the x-axis. So, in this question, there are 3 zeros. Now, the main topic is to find the zeros for the any quadratic polynomial and also verify the relation between the two zeros and the coefficient. For example, I am taking one example, that is x square minus 2x minus 8. You all know this is the polynomial because this is the expression in terms of x. Now, if this is the polynomial, what's the degree of the polynomial? That is the highest power of the expression. Here, the degree of the polynomial is 2. If the degree is 2 means we are able to find the two zeros. And what does the zeros means? That is the value of x. In this question, here we are able to calculate the two values of x by doing the factorization method, and you know, if the power is 2, then we will factorize it by using the middle term splitting method. Now, the general expression for quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. Here, I am comparing the question with general expression. How I am comparing? The value of a is equal to 1, the value of b is equal to minus 2, and value of c is equal to minus 8. If we want to factorize the quadratic polynomial, we will check here the two terms. The one term is called the sum and second term is called the product. We will check here by finding the two numbers as the sum of two numbers is equal to minus 2 and the product of same two number is equal to minus 8. That is called sum and product. Then what is the general formula for calculating the sum and product? Just by looking at the form of the equation. The formula for finding the sum is minus b upon a, and for the product is c upon a. You will find it by this formula. If I am giving you any polynomial of power 2, then I am asking you what is the sum of the question and what is the product of the question. Then you tell me the sum is 2 upon 1 because minus and minus comes out to be plus, and product is minus 8 upon 1 because the coefficient of x square is 1, and when I am comparing this polynomial with this, the coefficient of x square is called a, but here there is no coefficient, so I am telling here the coefficient is 1. This is the general formula for checking the sum and product. And you all know how to factorize the question. We want here two numbers as the sum of two numbers is minus 2 and their product is minus 8, like this. Minus 4 plus 2 is equal to minus 2. Minus 4 multiplied 2 is equal to minus 8. Now, pairing the numbers, taking common. If there is plus, then I am using here plus. If here minus. Again, in next pair you will check whether is there any number, can you take out the common or not. Here I am taking the common 2, so the number is x minus 4. Now next, x plus 2 and x minus 4. But this is just the factors, but in question we want to find the zeros. Zeros means the value of the x. And how will you calculate the zeros? Zeros means the factors, we will equate the factor is equal to 0. This is called the first zero. If the power is 2, then we will make here the two factors and separate that two factors equal to 0. And we can say that when you put the factor is equal to 0, we can find here the value of the x, and that value of x is called the zero of the polynomial. So the first zero is called minus 2 and the second zero is called 4. In general language, if you don't know about the zeros of the question, whether such type of question, I know only this thing that by checking the degree, here we are able to find the two zeros. Two zeros means we are able to find the two values of x, but we don't know about any value of x. Then in general language, we can say that two zeros is called alpha and beta in second language. And now you want to verify the question whether the result is true or false. How will you verify that result? For verification, we have to prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side. But in polynomial, there is no left hand side or no right hand side. But we have here two things. One is the question, relation between question, and second is the answer. For verification, I am checking here how to check. I am here by the verification method. For verification, firstly, I will do the sum. I am taking the sum and product by using the answer. And again, I am taking the sum and product from the question. If the sum and product of question and answer both are same, then we can say that we can prove or we can verify the result. How will you write that? Firstly, from answer. We have two things when you were splitting the middle term. What you have two things? One is the subtract, the sum, second is the product. Sum means sum of two zeros. And what are the two zeros? One value of x is 1 0. Second value of x is second 0. Means one value is called alpha and second value is called beta. Now find the sum. Minus 2 plus 4 is equal to 2. This is from the answer. Now again find the product from the answer. 1 is alpha and second 0 is beta, and find the product. Minus 2 multiply 4, that is equal to minus 8. But you want to verify whether the result is true or not. For verification, again I am finding here the sum and product. For sum and product, now from question. I told you the formula by seeing the question that sum is equal to minus b upon a. Now what is the value of minus b upon a? That is 2 upon 1. This sum is equivalent to this sum. That is the sum of question and answer both are same. Therefore, we are able to verify the question. Now, second part is the product. What is the value for the product? That is c upon a from the question. What is the value of c? That is minus 8 upon 1, and this product is equal to the product of the answer. Hence, we are able to verify the question that the results of sum and product from the question is similar as the result of sum and product from the question. If you have any doubt about the alpha or beta and beta just a number. Number means the value of the x and you can say that the 0 of the x. If you know the value of x, that is -2, then okay. If you know the value of x is 8, then okay. But if you don't know here what is the value of x and y, then in general language I am using here in place of that numerical number, I am using here the name alpha and beta. If you want to find the sum of two numbers, that is 0 is alpha and second 0 is beta, and you know the sum of two number is alpha plus beta. And if you know the product, if you want to find the product of two numbers, one 0 is alpha and second 0 is beta, and we know the product of two number, that is alpha multiply beta. Clear? Now I am doing one more question, that is t square minus 50. This is again the quadratic, but compare this equation with this, is x square plus bx plus c. Now here the value of b is 0, so in short I am doing this question directly. How I am doing here? That is t square minus under root 15 ka square. But it is done directly only if there is the minus sign in between the two numbers. If there is the plus sign, then we are unable to calculate the value of the variable. Here, how many values of t are possible here? That depend upon the degree of the polynomial. This is the polynomial because this is the expression in terms of t only. Therefore, how many zeros are possible here? That is the degree 2. Therefore, we are able to find the two zeros. And how will you calculate? That is by using the formula a square minus b square. That is t minus under root 15 and t plus under root 15. From question, you are able to find the value of a, b and c. What is the value of a? 1. What is the value of c? That is 0. And what is the value of c? That is minus 15. And this step is the step for calculation. Now, we will factorize the question in two parts. If the degree 2, there are two factors. If the degree 3, there are three factors that depend upon the degree. Now, if degree 2, then we are able to calculate the two values of the variable. And one value is called alpha and second value is called beta. Then how will you calculate? That is the second name of the alpha and beta is the 0 of the polynomial. Then how will you calculate the 0? One bracket is equal to 0, that is t equal to under root 15, and second bracket is equal to 0, that is t is equal to minus under root 15. Now let's verify the result, whether the result is true or false. How will you verify? From two parts, from answer and from question. On what two factors we are able to calculate? We are able to splitting the middle term. One factor is sum and second factor is product. What is the sum? That is alpha plus beta. What does the alpha and beta mean? That is the two values of the variable t. Here one value is under root 15, then we can say that is one answer is alpha and second answer is beta. Now calculate there. What is the sum of alpha plus beta? Under root 15 minus under root 15 equal to 0. And what about the value for the product? That is product is equal to under root 15 multiply minus under root 15. This is equal to minus 15. Now from question, what is the formula for sum? That is minus b upon a. What is the value of b? That is 0 upon 1, again equal to 0. This result is similar, as this result means the sum of from question and answer both are same, so we are able to verify the result for the sum. In similar manner, I am here verify the product. And what about the product is equal to c upon a. And what is the value of c? 15 upon 1, that is equal to minus 15. In both cases, sum and product both are equal, therefore result is true. This is the second method to split the middle term, and if the power is 2, then we are able to find the two values, and that two values is also called the alpha and beta. Now, let's take the next example. Next topic. Now, I am starting. The next topic is, if already quadratic polynomial is given, then you are able to find the sum and product from the question. But in next step, we don't have any quadratic polynomial. We want to form the quadratic polynomial. But quadratic polynomial depend upon the two factors. That is, either polynomial is given, then we are able to find this term if this is given. Now, second is, if sum and product is already given, then we are able to find the quadratic polynomial. That depends upon the situation of the question, whether in the question examiner asks from you find the sum and product or form the quadratic polynomial. If you want to form the quadratic polynomial, we have already given that one is the sum and one is the product. Suppose sum is equal to two zeros alpha plus beta, but we don't know about the value of alpha and beta. But when I am adding alpha plus beta, that result suppose equal to sum. Same second term is product, alpha and beta is given, and when we multiply alpha with beta, we get the result that is equal to p. And when we are able to calculate the sum and product, but the question is form the quadratic polynomial. The method for quadratic polynomial is, therefore, quadratic polynomial x square minus sum plus product. This is the formula for forming the quadratic polynomial. If in the question already given that if the sum is 8 and product is 16, form the quadratic polynomial. Then how will you form? That is x square minus sum plus product. This is the method. If in the question given that the sum of the polynomial is minus 1 upon 4 and product is 1 upon 4. That depends upon the question. Whether sum or product is given or zeros are given. If sum and product is given, then directly we are able to apply the formula. If sum, in place of sum and product, if alpha and beta is given, means zeros are given, then firstly we have to calculate the sum and product. Then after calculating sum and product, we will fill the value in such formula. Now what is the question? Sum and product is given. Now calculate the polynomial. X square minus sum plus product. If there is denominator in the question, you will remove the denominator by taking the LCM. What is the LCM here? 4x square plus x plus 1. Here I am using the word zeros. To find the zeros, the factors of the polynomial at the end step, we are able to equate that bracket is equal to 0. When here you are able to calculate the values of zeros, again the brackets are equal to 0. Therefore, denominator comes out to be 0. Only you have to take the LCM, but there is no need to write the denominator at the last step, because that denominator become equal to 0 when we are able to equating the polynomial. That means then we are able to find the zeros of the polynomial. That bracket may be equal to 0, therefore denominator automatically removed from there. Now I am explaining here again. If sum and product is given, then form the quadratic polynomial. And second is, if zeros are given. Zeros means one value of x, second value of x. Now if the sum is any sum that depend upon you, if the sum is 0 and product is under root 5, what is the quadratic polynomial? You have to remember x square minus sum x plus product, that is x square minus 0x plus under root 5. You can leave here, that depend upon you, or you can increase one more step, that is x square plus under root 5. And second method is, instead of sum and product, we have given alpha and beta. Alpha means any value of 0 that depend upon you. What are the values I am taking here? The values may be -2 and -5. Maybe you understand what is the meaning of alpha and beta. That is one value of x and second value of x. Now if you know two zeros of the polynomial, what you want to find here, that is sum and product. Firstly we will be able to find these two values. How will you find the sum? That is alpha plus beta. -2 minus 5 equal to -7. And what about the product? Alpha multiply beta, -2 minus 5, that is equal to 10. Now form the quadratic polynomial, that is x square minus sum plus product. X square minus, what about the sum? 7 and product is 10. This is the quadratic polynomial if zeros is given, and this is the quadratic polynomial if sum and product are already given. Now thank you, have a nice day. If you have any doubt, then please ask me further again.